The Southern Yemen movement is a political uprising of secession activists who believe in a free South Yemen. Since the end of the Civil War in 1994, protests have done nothing but grow stronger as more and more people join the uprising against the central government. We can identify three major interest groups involved in the opposition to the central government in Yemen. The first group is the Old Socialist School, which includes former and active members of Yemen socialist parties, some of whom are members of the Yemeni parliament. This group focuses on the aim of restoring the disbanded People's Democratic Republic of Yemen and puts forward the argument that the unity move was a major mistake as the aspiration for the state based on equality and power sharing between the North and the South has never been realized due to Northern greed. The second main group is driven by the feeling that they have been discriminated against by the government and the feeling that they are second-class citizens to the people of the North. Their demands are mostly focused on the improvement of social and economic conditions in the South. The third group is mainly Southern Yemenis who believe in family and tribal rights, which includes control over land, property ownership, and political influence for family and tribal members within the state. Because of the enormity of the uprising, the secessionists have banded into several main groups that hold the movement together. The Higher National Forum for the Independence of the South is a group led by retired Brigadier General Nasser al-Nuba. The Higher National Council for Liberation of the South is led by both Hassan Baum and Muhammad Salih Tama. The movement of the Southern Peaceful Struggle Success is led by Salah al-Sanfar and Nasser al-Kajabi. The Union of the Southern Youth is led by Fadi Hassan Baum, who is currently serving a 5-year prison sentence and will retain his leadership when he is released. The National Forum of the Southern Peaceful Struggle is led by Dr. Salah Yahya Said, and the Council for the Leading Peaceful Revolution, led by Saki Tariq al-Fadali. Finally, perhaps the most important group, the Council of the Peaceful Movement to Liberate the South. The Council was established in January of 2010 to act as a force to unite the movement under one command. Hassan Baum was nominated by the Council as the leader of the movement, but the Council still has limited influences over the different factions of the movement. It is this non-unification of groups that keeps the movement relatively weak and does not allow the movement to reach its ultimate potential to be one strong and unified force. Another thing that is hurting the movement is the lack of outside assistance. At first, the movement received help from the South Yemen business community. With this support, separatists were able to set up a satellite TV station supporting the idea of independence. While the movement started off with good support from the outside, the number of foreign supporters of the movement have dwindled. All of the governments of the Gulf region has shown full support for the central Yemeni government and opposed two separate Yemens. Not only has the lack of moral support from other nations hurt the cause, but also the lack of financial support. Without proper funds, the secessionists cannot do many things that are a key success of the revolution. They cannot set up radio and spread the propaganda against the government forces, or to buy arms to battle the government forces if it becomes necessary. Several countries have even gone as far as revoking passports and forcing suspected South Yemeni leaders to leave their country. In 2009, Oman withdrew Ali Salam al-Baid's passport and forced him to leave the country. Shortly after, Sultan Qaboos of Oman sent a letter to President Saleh expressing full support for a unified Yemen. Saudi Arabia has also shown no sympathy for the South Yemeni movement. Saudi Arabia has helped block funding to the movement by sending letters to the South of Yemen business community, telling them not to aid the South Yemeni movement. Because of the enormity of the uprising, several countries have tried to mediate the situation before it grows out of control. Arab League Security General Ammar Moussa expressed his commitment to support Yemen's unity, security, and stability, and demanded a comprehensive national dialogue to solve the uprising in the south. Since then, both Egypt and Saudi Arabia have shown interest in mediating the conflict. Even Syria, which has traditionally had good relations with the socialist leaders of the former South, has made efforts to mediate the situation. In February of 2010, the Assistant General Security of the ruling Ba'ath Party in Syria, Abdullah al-Ammar, visited Sana'a hoping to initiate a political solution to the problem.